Hey, so this is SuperZombieBBQ and we're talking about tokens. Tokens. I promised you guys token video, and I actually recorded this yesterday. I was just going, I just went into auto drive, and just kept going on and on about tokens and stuff. I ended up taking an extra 10 minutes in the video, and it was just going to be ridiculously too much for one video, so I split it into another one, as a lot of you asked me about tokening cards and how to token cards. So I thought, hey, I'll just go back to my legendary video and see where I went wrong there, if I did go wrong, or make any improvements. And I think that this explains the ways of how you can level your cards up properly. So I hope you enjoy it. I'll hand you over to my sexy self in around about 10 seconds time. Hope you enjoy it. If you want to see more of these, even if it's just for individual specific cards, they're really good cards, let me know in the comment section below, and I'll see you later, guys. Zoliv! The reason I'm doing this is because I actually wanted to show you guys how I token cards. Now, this is something I've been asked a lot. I have this Bubble Ray Dudley over here, who I'm not going to token up because obviously he's got way too many games left to go. And there are two ways I train cards up. Well, technically you could say, sorry, three ways that I train cards up. You've got the Roman Reigns over here that just needs one more toughness match and one more match. And you've also got the Bubble Ray Dudley that needs other stuff doing to it. Now, let's start on the Bubble Ray Dudley. Now, I'm actually going to go back on myself here and talk about, let's just get to the Bubble Ray Dudley. Let's go to combinables. There we go. So the Bubble Ray Dudleys are over here. These are being trained up as we speak. Now, these are being trained into, a lot of people picked up on this, something I called a PCC Demon. Now, a PCC Demon should end up looking like something like this. Now, a PCC Demon, let's find Rusev, here he is. Now, this Rusev is highly unlikely to lose to any normal legendary or legendary event card, and should beat others. I've got to level up one more level, I think, to him to be absolutely perfect. But a PCC Demon is a card, you basically get two cards that are completely, totally tag compatible. You can make them uncompatible and make the cards around them compatible. These cards are specifically designed to be as equal as possible in all stats. Now, the reason I've done it this way is because with these stats changes and making it this way, these are going to be specifically PCC cards. I didn't need another Rusev, and Bubble Ray Dudley was not going to make my deck. So what I did is I made him, and I'm going to make Bubble Ray Dudley into a overall statted card, so he's a good PCC Demon. The other way that I do it is either 2 or 3 stat cards. Now, a 3 static card, and I have spoken about this before in Legendary tier, is a card, for example, like this Roman Reigns for the event one. I level him up in toughness, speed, and charisma, and he does a pretty good job. Again, in power, he's pretty awful, and I kind of regret that decision now. But Stone Cold Steve Austin is a good example of a 3 static card. He usually would be incredibly overpowered in toughness. A lot of people have done that, and also in power as well, with a little bit of charisma on the side. I have gone for the balanced option of going for a high level of charisma to beat the likes, for example, of Goldust, of some of the other higher level cards, and also just having the slightly higher toughness than just base stat, but having higher enough in power. Now, I've made his power this way to go up against a specific card, which I'm not going to talk to you guys about because that's part of my tactics. This Undertaker is very, very similar, but I've put him up more in toughness instead of charisma, but his charisma is still decent. This Seth Rollins is 3 statted as well, but I've left his charisma alone a little bit and put him more in speed and toughness. This Roman Reigns is 3 statted, power, toughness, and charisma. 2 statted cards are likes of Booker T, speed and charisma. Randy Orton, which is speed and power. Other than that, really, there's nothing else to speak about because all the others are 2 statted. The cards you can 3 stat are the ones that are the best in the tier. For example, Stone Cold Steve Austin, that's The Undertaker. If you go to, let's go to Bret the Hitman Hart, you can make him an absolute demon if you level him up in the right stats. You've also got Shawn Michaels, you can do the same thing with, although I wouldn't recommend it because Bret Hart literally, excuse my language, shits all over him if you do that. You've also got the likes of the best divas in the game. They're just taunting me right now, just sitting there. You've also got the likes of The Rock as well, who is an amazing card. John Cena, you can do it too, but again, probably not recommended. Basically, If you want to be able to beat the best cards in the game, you need to 2-stat your lower level cards. Anything underneath, let's say a John Cena or a Seth Rollins, you just need to be 2-statting them so you can beat the best cards in the game. It isn't some of their weaker stats. Otherwise, you try to level them out. Yes, you saw with that Rusev, you're going to have a really, really hard time beating pretty much anyone. My advice is simple. If it's underneath the top 3 or top 5 cards, don't 3-stat it. Stick to 2 stats. Or even 1 stat, I mean. Which is the card I've done 1 stat on. I've done this Finn Balor. In 1 stat, I'm going to be leveling him up over the week. And in Road to Glory, this Kane is a 1 stat in power. And when I say 1 stat, you just stick all the tokens on power. But we're going to have a look at the effect that actually has. I'm going to need to actually remove a legendary card from my deck. Let's find one here. Let's see who we can take out. I will take out this John Cena card. And I'm going to use him to level up that Roman Reigns very, very quickly. And I'm also going to unhinge the 2 Roman Reigns cards. I need to level up that Dolph Ziggler, actually. Let's unlock him here and unlock him here. What I'm going to do is I am actually going to make this Roman Reigns into a complete power and toughness card. So I'm just going to go and find this one here. I'm just going to put in 3 stats in power and 1 stat in toughness. And what I can do here is I can also go back and do 1 stat in power, 3 in toughness. Sorry, 3 in toughness. Or alternatively, I can make him an absolute power general, which I actually intend on doing because I am really lacking power cards in my deck, which is one of the reasons I made Kane as good as he was. So let's just come out of this hit. And I'm going to go and play that 1 game I need to do before my Roman Reigns is ready. Let's go to Lita. And I am actually really close to my survivor pool, so I will play 1 game afterwards, which would just be to see if I can actually get my survivor pool. It'd be great if I get on video, and I am absolutely certain one of them recently in the near future is going to be a diva, because I've just been pulling superstars and supports. The only one is my first. There we go. I'm just going to throw this match. This is what I call speed grinding. This is basically, speed training. Speed training is basically designed to just get your cards trained as quickly as possible. Even if you lose, it's not designed for you to basically to make you win. So I am going to just come out of this now. And I am going to... Yep, that's cool. I'm just going to pull these 2 cards. Roman Reigns and a Big E. And that is that now done. So what I'm going to do with this one is I'm actually going to go for a full-on power card with toughness tagged along with it. I'm going to put permanent tokens on these, and that means he is now ready. Now there is a free, sorry, I have to keep doing this because otherwise I'm going to get picked up by you guys. Free way of doing these stats. You first of all, to check them, you have to go into the card, check that you've done all of the gains. Power, tougher, speed, charisma. You then go and check number 2, the ability. The third thing you do is you check that the level is done. So if all those are done and you've checked both cards, so go to here. And I've also got my Ultimate Warrior here as well, which I am also going to level up. Now I've already researched him here. I'm going to put him in I'm going to put him actually in... You know what? I'm actually struggling with speed cards. So I'm going to actually make him a level card instead. And I'm just going to put him slightly over in power on this one. So he gets kind of like a small little boost in speed as well. So again, you check the cards. 1, power, tougher, speed, charisma, all done. 2, the ability is done. And then we do it on the other card as well. All sorted, ready to go. And we just unlock these cards now. We combine them. That's Ultimate Warrior done. And then we also combine Roman Reigns. So that's 2 new pros that I've got there and then. And here we are with the 2 legendary cards I'm going to use to train into Roman Reigns, which means he's going to be a awesome card in power. Once he's leveled up, he should be okay in toughness. I've already got the Roman Reigns I wanted anyway, which is designed perfectly. This is more of an experiment on my part. Again, I'm just going to level up this Ultimate Warrior as well. And there we go. So he's got good power, good speed. I'm happy with that. And that's going to be awesome for my part. So I've now got those 2 new pros. They'll go into my Road to Glory deck. Already he's better than Sheamus. That's how bad Sheamus is as a card. And Roman Reigns as well. So yeah, those are my training tips. Now, you may decide to do something completely different with your cards. I'm going to use the final tokens the way I want to. I'd always recommend at least holding back a little bit with those final tokens, because you could, especially the event cards, they're much easier to, let's say, it's much easier to maybe catch a couple other people off guard if you wait and use your tokens at the end. Just focus once you've proed the card on leveling it up, doing the matches, and then afterwards add the tokens to it. Because, for example, if everyone's putting 2 tokens on speed afterwards, you could have better toughness and manpower, let's say on your Jack Swagger card, and you could think, you know what, I'll stick 3 on the speed, and that may just get you the advantage you need in the King of the Ring. So that's me done. Thank you guys for watching. I hope this was some help to you. Hey, you guys might think I'm a complete bloody idiot. My only aim is to help you and just to help you get your cards up to where they need to be. And if I was any help to you, please let me know in the comment section below. Otherwise, thank you for watching, and most importantly, guys, Zolive!